recipe is basically
Cooperation's what we need.
in like a sandwich kind of thing that's kind of like a burger. And like it's pretty easy to make. You just basically make the kebabs and then put it in like some bread.
And Clara, your recipe was for breakfast pizza, right? Could you tell us a little bit about that one?
It's an egg with cheese and then your pizza topping thingamabobbers for breakfast food toppings.
All right, well, they both sound delicious. And once again, they will be competing against all the other finalists from the elementary schools, and that will take place on March 21st at the intermediate school. So, wish them all the best of luck.
Yay! And I think we'll get to sample or see these, is that correct?
Yes.
Like in the spring.
Yes.
And what happens then with the winner from Westfield?
Now, the winner from Westfield, once we decide on who the ultimate winner is, they will go on to the regional competition to compete against all the other winners. And then, should they win that one, then they will go on to the national competition.
That's in Washington, D.C., right?
I believe so, yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, good luck. We cannot wait to hear more about your competition and maybe even get to sample, right? Okay. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming.
very much.
And you guys can go on through that way. We'll look forward to more information on that. All righty. And now, as Drew mentioned, Friday, we had the opportunity to have many famous Hoosiers here, in addition to some excitement Friday morning, it sounded like. And, first we're going to do Rylan. He is down here with his Math Challenge shirt on. So, Rylan, come on in first, and then we'll talk to some of these famous Hoosiers. Congratulations. What's your tip?
Never put your pencil down.
Never put that pencil down, right? Okay. All right, and now we've got some famous Hoosiers. So, Allison, we are going to start with you. Or, wait, not Allison. Sydney, come on in. And tell who is back there. All right, Sydney, who are you? Want me to hold this up? I'll hold it up back here in the back. And you come on in here and talk. How about that?
Okay. Lights, camera, and action. Oh, hello. Cut the scene. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to make movies? Well, I know. Sydney Irwin Pollack at your service. I was born one glorious day. Well, July 1st, 1934, that is. I was born in Lafayette, Indiana. My mom, Rebecca, and my dad, David, divorced when I was very young. I didn't really understand what was happening, so I didn't feel very sad. My dad was a professional boxer, and he studied to become a pharmacist. My mom was a homemaker, which meant she stayed at home and took care of me. I had one brother named Bernie. My grandparents were Jewish immigrants from Russia. When I was a teenager, my family moved to South Bend, Indiana. A few years later, my mom passed away. She was only 37 years old. It made me feel like a part of me was missing. My dad wanted me to become a dentist, but I knew acting was the thing for me. I went to South Bend Central High School and grew to be 6 feet tall. Being that tall, I felt as tall as a giraffe. I finished high school when I was 17, and after that, I moved to New York City to take acting classes with Sanford Meisner. I had finally began acting like I'd always wanted to do. Also, I studied at New York's The Neighborhood Playhouse School of the Theater. In 1955, I appeared in my first Broadway production, The Dark is Light Enough. That production started my career, and I began acting on television. In 1958, I got married to Claire Griswold. We had 3 kids, a son named Stephen and 2 daughters, Rebecca and Rachel. My interests soon led me behind the camera more than in front of it. I directed my first film in 1965 and produced my first film in 1975. In total, I've directed 20 films, acted in over 30 films or shows, directed 10 TV shows, and produced over 40 films. Some of my best-known works include Tootsie, Out of Africa, The Firm, The Talented Mr. Ripley, The Electric Horseman, Michael Clayton, and The Absence of Malice. I got Oscar awards for Best Film and Best Direction for the movie Out of Africa. Getting these Oscars made me realize all my hard work was paying off. Owen Roisman, a director of photography, said, "He is never satisfied. His passion is contagious. It inspires everyone to dig a little deeper." Him saying this let me know that people were noticing my effort. I remember saying, I didn't grow up thinking of movies as film or art, but as movies, something to do on a Saturday afternoon. Finally, the dreaded day came. May 28, 2008 was the day of my death. I lived to be 73 years old, and my death was caused by stomach cancer. Well, now back to that movie, and remember, if you keep working hard at what you love, nothing can stand in your way. Thank you.
Yay! Wonderful. Wow. And looks like we have a skater, dancer coming in next. Who do we have here?
Twyla Thurp.
Twyla. Okay, Twyla. Twyla Thurp.
What was your mission? What do you set out to do? I'm Twyla Thurp, and my mission was to become the dancer of my time. I was focused on being noticed. I was born on July 1st, 1941, in Portland, Indiana, to my confident parents, Cecile and William Thurp. I was the oldest of my twin brothers and sister, Toinette, and when I was 1.5 years old, my mother started to teach me piano lessons. After this, I moved to California, then started dance lessons at the Berlin School of Dance. I also played instruments, including violin, piano, and much more. During my young adult years, I started my passion for creating dances. I went to high school at Pacific High School, then went to Panama College and got trained by Wilson Morelli and John Butler. Next, I graduated from Bernard College, the second college I went to, with a degree in art history. I then joined the Paul Taylor Dance Company and started my career. I then was 23 years old, so I started my own company and joined the Joffrey Ballet and made great dances. After this, I got married to Peter Young, an artist, and I had no children because I was so busy. I have made the greatest dances for people to watch, so everyone could have a great time. Because of my phenomenal choreography, I have spectacular mark on Indiana. I have now created 125 dances, won lots of awards, and I have many great fans. I contributed to this world by creating dances for adoring fans to watch. I now wrote 2 books about life. Next, I got the Medal of Honor by George W. Bush, and I am still living and 75 years old in New York City creating dances. I have been on Broadway, made TV shows, and done lots of great impacts on history. I have always been a hardworking person who got a lot done from my confidence and never to give up. My mom was hard on me to get a lot done, so I did. People knew I was great, so I was. When I was interviewed, I said I thought I had to make an impact. It was simple. I had to become the choreographer of my time. That was my mission, and that was what I was set out to do.
Wonderful. Oh, Twyla, wow. What a wonderful presentation. Great job. All right, and who do we have next coming in here? We have Carol Lombard. Oh, my. You even look like Carol. Look at that pretty blonde hair. All right, Carol.
And action. Oh, hi. I was just filming My Man Godfrey. I'm Carol Lombard. I was born January 6th, 1908 in Fort Wayne, Indiana. My mom is Elizabeth and my dad is Frederick. I have 2 siblings, Frederick, Charles, and John. When I was 8, my mom, brothers, and I moved to LA to start a new life. In LA, I was playing baseball with my neighborhood friends, and a director spotted me and asked me if I'd like to be in his movie because I was a tomboy. My mom and I agreed, so I got my first film job when I was only 12 years old. When I got older, I went to Fairfax High School. I didn't go to college, but I went to Marion Oaks Dramatic School. Later, I came back home to Indiana to sell war bonds. I sold 2 million. Later, I became a famous actress, and I was in 50 movies. When I was in those movies, I got paid $500,000 a year, and that was even more than the president, Franklin D. Roosevelt. I was also Hollywood's highest paid actress. I was in To Be or Not to Be, I Love Lucy, and a lot more. Sadly, I died January 16th, 1942 in Table Rock Mountain, Nevada. I died of an airplane crash when I was only 33 years old. On January 16th, I have been dead for 75 years. Remember, a woman has just as much right in this world as man and can get along with it just as well if she puts her mind to it. Thank you.
Very true, Miss Reagan. Wonderful job, Carol. Thank you. Thank you. And looks like we have Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken out here, right? Come on in.
Okay.
That's okay.
Did you know I made the one and only Kentucky Fried Chicken? Hi, I am Colonel Sanders. I was born September 9th, 1890 in Henryville, Indiana, to my nice parents, Margaret and Wilbur. I lived in Henryville, Indiana until I was 19 years old. My father died when I was only 6. I had to cook the food for my family. That's where I learned to cook. When I was in 6th grade, I quit school because of math, and I did not care about it. During my young adult years, I made Kentucky Fried Chicken. I lied about my age to get in the Army. I was 16, not 18. One of my jobs was selling tires. I became the top salesman of Kentucky, and I got fired because of my temper. My first restaurant was at a Shell gas station in Kentucky in 1930. By 1935, my Kentucky Fried Chicken became famous. Thanks to my hard work, Indiana now has the best Kentucky Fried Chicken in the world. People felt I was very hardworking, intelligent, and a visionary. I died from leukemia in Louisville, Kentucky on December 16, 1980. My recipe is still the best Kentucky Fried Chicken in the world.
Wonderful. Yeah, we all love that Kentucky Fried Chicken, don't we? Great job. All right, let's see who else we have here. Florence, this is Florence. Oh, Florence. Florence Henderson. All right, Florence.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Hi, I'm Florence. Nice to meet you. Here, why don't you come with me and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born February 14th, 1934 in Dale, Indiana. I was the youngest of 10 and later moved on to having 4 of my own children. I married Ira Bernstein in 1956, but I divorced him in 1985. I remarried Dr. John George Kappas in 1987, but he sadly died in 2002. Oh, and not to mention, I had a horrible school. Unlike you, I went to Catholic schools with nuns and that type of thing. And trust me, you have a lot better schooling than I had. But anyway, back to my career. I was on a very popular TV show called The Brady Bunch. I played Carol Brady, the mom. But no panic, I was also on other shows, like Dancing with the Stars, Song of Norway, Oklahoma, Fanny, When You're Good to Mama, and more. Well, that's it for right now, but I'll leave you with this. Always fly by the seat of your pants. Thank you.
Always fly by the seat of your pants. I did not know Florence thought that was the right thing to do. Okay, well, good. Good job, Florence. All right, and we have one more round challenge winner. Come on in. Congratulations. Nudo Trace this year, right? Yeah.
Never put your pencil down?
Never put that pencil down. Good job. And friends from kindergarten, do we have a life skill feature?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a video this morning too. Boy, long announcements this morning. Thanks for persevering through it all. We've had a lot of great things coming this morning, so we're going to finish off with a life skill feature. And everybody have a great Wednesday.
We will now have a life skill presentation.
Cooperation's what we need to know. When people help each other, we can make things grow. Cooperation's what we need to learn. 'Cause all of life together makes the whole world turn. Cooperation, say it loud. When we pull together, then we all feel proud. Cooperation sets us free. Puts an end to war and all the misery. Cooperation, 1, 2, 3. It always works well when we work as a team. Cooperation, can't we learn? Life is so much better when we all take a turn. Life is so much better when we all take a turn. Life is so much better when we all take a turn. Yo, yo!
Thank you for watching today's news broadcast.
And have a wacky and willy Wednesday.